Hey, good morning, I'm Anthony Mitchell. Today we're going to go over chapter 17, the system. There's a whole another book that correlates with the Illinois book called The System. I have it all covered later on, so you should probably subscribe to my channel so you can catch that, so you can learn about the system later on. But in the newest updated Illinois book, he put a chapter in here about the system to go into some details about it. So let's get started. Chapter 17, the system. The system involves three simple steps. If you ask someone that has been in network marketing for a while how much training time it takes before their new person can go out and sponsor someone, they will tell you that it doesn't take 1 or 2 hours or even 1 or 2 days. It literally takes weeks and months. Very often, their new recruits never sponsor anyone and drop out of the business. The reason that they haven't sponsored someone is very simple. They haven't sponsored anyone because no one has taught them something they can do. If they could do it, they would have sponsored someone. This bonus chapter will take you through the system and you'll see how simple it is to use. Once you realize that absolutely everyone you know who wants something can do this business using the system. You'll have so many people you can talk to that you won't even be able to get to them all. It's a matter of understanding that you should not prejudge anyone, whether they can sell or not. If they want something, they can build a business. That's the key point. Some important background. Before we get into the system, consider a few more points. Everybody thinks that their vehicle is the hottest vehicle on the planet. Now, when I talk about vehicle, I'm referring to your company, your product, and your marketing plan. In a typical network marketing presentation, half an hour to 2 hours is spent telling people all about the vehicle, the company, products, and marketing plan. People get all excited, and when they sign up, they think that particular vehicle is like a Lamborghini. You'll agree that a Lamborghini is a hot vehicle. But when they go out the next day and start speaking to what could be their hottest prospects, they get shut down and they get burnt over and over. They are crashing and burning all over the place for one simple reason. They don't know how to drive. As we mentioned earlier, when you understand network marketing, we say you know how to drive. So if you owned a Lamborghini, a brand new one, would you allow your best friend to go for a drive around the block in your brand new Lamborghini if he didn't know how to drive? Obviously, you wouldn't do that. It's the same with network marketing. We never show anyone our vehicle until they know how to drive. A lot of people will tend to allude to what the product or service is. Let me reassure you, the very second you mention one product or service from your company, they think you're trying to sell them something, or you are trying to get them to sell for you. At this point, you've lost them. We don't want you to experience that. That's why we wear the Own Your Life pin, so that we can get people talking about the right thing, about lifestyle, and about people wanting things. This way, we get people off on the right foot. Here's another analogy that goes along with this. Trying to sell a product or service in network marketing is like lifting up the hood of a car, taking the whole engine apart and putting it back together again, before you can even start talking about that business. With the system, it's like handing you the keys to the vehicle. You can start the car, drive down the highway as you get started with your business immediately. While you're doing that, you're learning everything you need to know about the company, products, and marketing plan from your CD player. Can you see the difference? With the first approach, you have to get to know everything about the products, company, and marketing plan before you can do anything. With the system, you don't have to know anything and you can start building your business. Fun time. Getting past the income roadblock. Keep in mind that there are two reasons why people start dropping out of any company. They're not making money, they haven't had an experience with the product. If you can show someone as a way they can sponsor someone in their first or second day in the business, which will bring them a little bit of income credit for their efforts, whether it be $5 or $20 or $50, it doesn't matter how much, they're going to get excited. The mere fact that they're going to get a check will get them to stick around a little longer, which will allow them time to experience the product. This is the basic philosophy. All you need to do is show people how to drive before you show them the vehicle. So finally, let's get to how the system works. Person-to-person approach. This is strictly a warm market approach. Once you know how the system works, we will cover briefly how to work it with your cold market at the end of this chapter. Let's say you are talking to people who are friends, people you already know. For example, I've known my friend Tom for many years. We are in the restaurant for coffee, breakfast, or dinner. Important, you start this process when you're leaving the restaurant. If you start as soon as you sit down, you're exposing yourself to needing to answer a lot of questions that you might not be able to answer. On your way out, you say to Tom, "Hey Tom, you might be able to help me out. Do you know anyone that likes to travel and go on vacation?" And then I shut up and wait for the answer. I've never, ever got no as an answer to that question. No, I didn't ask Tom whether he would like to go on vacation. I asked whether he knew someone that would. Tom would say something like, "Yeah, I do," or "Everyone does," etc. Then I say, "Tom, it takes two things to do that. It takes time and it takes money. If I can show you how you can have both, would you be interested?" Notice I flipped from asking if he knew anyone to addressing Tom. If I could show you, again, people won't say no to that. At this point, I would hand them my lifestyle card, and on the back of the card is a 4x2 presentation. Alright, now telephone approach. Let's say I'm talking to Tom on the phone. It doesn't matter if he's in Europe or the next block. You can use the system with anyone, anywhere. When you're about ready to hang up the phone, you simply say, "Hey, Tom, have you ever thought what it would be like if you could own your life?" After I say that, there is usually a long silence. Break the silence and say, "Tom, what I think it means to own your life is by the time you subtract out the sleeping time, commuting time, working time, and things that you have to do each and every day of your life, most people don't have 1 or 2 hours a day in their lives to do what they would like to do and have the money to do it. We have discovered a way a person can learn how to own their lives by building a home-based business, and we have a system for doing it that is so simple anyone can do it. It doesn't require any sewing, and the best part is it won't take much of your time. If you're interested, I'll get you some information." I finish up. You recognize the 45-second presentation. It's called that because it takes 45 seconds to say. In reality, when you hand the person your card and they read it, it only takes 30 seconds. Solving the no time problem. The number one excuse people have for not doing this business is, "I don't have time." In December 2008, we were in Kazan, Russia, about 600 miles outside Moscow. When we spoke to 6,000 distributors, I asked them, "How many of you have had people tell you they don't have time to do this business?" Everybody raised their hand. They raised both hands. It's the biggest excuse people have for not doing the business. With our system, we never get that excuse because we don't take their time. It takes 30 seconds to read the card. If you're interested, I'll get you some information. After the 45-second presentation, they are interested. At this point, I loan Tom a copy of this book, or I send him the eBook 4-chapter excerpt and get him to read the first 4 chapters. Never tell someone to read the whole book. It goes on the shelf and they get to it in due time. Tell them to read the first 4 chapters and they'll look at it and see the diagrams, and they will quickly realize that they can read it in one short time. If they want something more in their lives, they will finish the book in one sitting. You know the 3 things that they finish the book. Number 1, they want something. Number 2, you have someone who now understands network marketing. And number 3, they now know how to drive. Our book has sold over 6 million copies. 70% of the people who read the book the first time never paid for it. Someone loaned them the book. When they read the book, they realize how great it is because they don't have to spend time in the future explaining the business. It used to take us 3 to 4 hours and many more hours of extended training to teach the business to people. We did it for 10 years and got burnt out. By then, we got smart and made an audio recording. From the recording, the book was written, and now we simply loan them the book or send the ebook. Therefore, you have 1 of 2 choices. You can learn everything in the book and then spend 3 to 4 hours with someone, teach them what is written in the book, or you can loan them the book, ebook, and let them read it for themselves. Which is easier to do? 3 simple steps. Step 1, use your business card. Hand them the card so that they can read the 45-second presentation. If you're speaking to them on the phone, you can read it to them. Step 2, hand them the book or send them the ebook. If you're on the phone, you could mail them the book. And if you mail the book, I would recommend that you use priority mail because this puts a little urgency on the matter. Now you're ready for step 3. Step 3, your vehicle, your company, product, service, and marketing plan. I tell people that show me a business in your town that starts for $100, $150, whatever your business starts with a monthly overhead of $100, $200, or $300. Everyone knows what overheads are in a business. I say, that is all it costs to get started with our business. And with the monthly overhead, you're going to get some great products. They're going to enhance your life and you're going to absolutely love them. Here's my website. Give them your website from your company and have them check it out. Once they've checked it out, they can get back to you with questions. Important, when you give them your website, tell them you'll take care of their questions. Don't tell them that you will answer them because you might have just started in your business and won't be able to answer them. Say you'll take care of them. That means that if you don't have the answers to their questions, you'll get your sponsor on the phone or their sponsor on the phone so that they can help you answer those questions. That's it. What doesn't work? The system will not work if you go down to the mall and stop people and say, "Excuse me, do you know someone who likes to travel and go on vacation?" And then hand them the book. You will not be loaning them the book. You will be giving it away. This will simply cost too much. The system does not work unless you've made a connection with the person first. This is so important, I cannot stress it enough. You have got to make a connection before you start the process. Here's an example. We are on a flight to Florida. We fly United and we have plenty of miles, so we upgrade to first class. We have seats 1A and 1B. Nancy is in 1B. She gets up and goes to the restroom and stands in the aisle to stretch her legs. The flight attendant and Sky Marshal are sitting in the jump seat having their meals. The flight attendant looked up and says to Nancy, "Can I get you something?" Nancy says, "No, that's fine. I'm just stretching my legs, but I should ask you, can I get you something?" The flight attendant says, "Yes, lots of money." This seems to be the first thing on people's minds when you ask that question. It makes them laugh, which initiates a pleasant conversation. Nancy says, "Well, I can do that." So she goes to her seat and gets her business card with the 45-second presentation on the back, hands it to the flight attendant and says, "When you have a minute, read the card, and when you get home, check out my website. It's an easy website to get to know me and my business. The website has a contact me section, so drop me a note." Proper use of the internet. Nancy's story here is an example of the right way to use the internet. The internet can be a wonderful tool to help your conversation with people about your business. However, it doesn't work if you think you can send out 5,000 emails to people you don't know. They will not sign up in droves for your opportunity and live happily ever after. The reason it doesn't work is because no one has made a personal connection. Anyone that signs up with someone off the internet from a mass mailing normally doesn't end up buying anything, and they don't stay around very long if they do. The only way the internet is good with network marketing is when you made a connection and you then send them to your business website. The system I've outlined above takes them through the 3-step system, and then at step 3, you're ready with your company website, your vehicle. Don't forget, this is very important. You got to make a connection with the person before you move to the first step of the system. We encourage you to take hold of the system and build a powerful business in this wonderful industry. Alright, so as you can see with the system, it's very simple. You're not going out there and trying to directly sell products and services. That's like I watched an interview last night. The anti-MLM, always Marco anti-MLM, debating with an anti-MLMer with a pro-MLMer. And he kept going back to the same old way. Oh, buying products and selling. Dude, no network marketing company does it anymore. Nobody. I've never, ever bought a product and sold it directly to somebody. I've been in a couple companies. I've been a customer of my first network marketing company for 6 years. I never sponsored another distributor. I've helped a bunch of people that need to utilize the services to get their finances in good shape. So I made all my initial. I made more than I spent with that company from in the first year I was part of it, but then I got away from actually like building the business, and I just was a customer. A very happy customer. I've been using the services for 6 years. Those are awesome services. So all this crap the anti-MLM community is talking about, yeah, they're promising you, yeah, you sign up, you get 3 people, you're gonna make $1 million. Dude, I never got pitched that. I was literally looking for the services offered by my company. I went and sat down, got educated on it, and during my education portion, they said, hey, for a little more of an investment, you can become a distributor too, and you can share these services with others and get a percentage. I'm like, well, so I get my finances in better shape, plus I can help other people and get paid. So, oh, this is the way I can earn extra money. Yeah, no promises of get rich quick, none of that. It is a freaking legitimate business where you're gonna have to put time into it, and honestly, you're probably not gonna make a crap load of money to begin with. It's like any business, you're not gonna make a lot of money from the get go. And like the anti-MLM, like during they're comparing it to real estate. Oh, it's not. Oh, they're vastly different. Real estate, they're selling something that some people need. I'm like, okay. So the services that I needed, that I was searching for, that I found in a network marketing company, I needed the services. I utilized the services, and it's amazing. Just like real estate, there's a broker. Then he has agents underneath him selling houses, and he gets a piece. Huh. Network marketing. All the customers that are utilizing the services, yeah, a little bit, a percentage of everything they spend trickles up. Guess what? If they build a business they share with other people and help them get started, benefiting from the products or services, they get a piece of what they do. It's a win-win. I I will never understand the anti-MLM communities, especially like you hear all the time like these people that are at the top of the company. If you're at the top of the company, one, you're not gonna leave. Two, even if you left, you're still gonna get the residual passive income that's gonna come in. So now you're just talking all this crap about it to get views for your YouTube channel, because it's probably monetized, and the more views you get, the more money you get. So be smart, y'all. Do your research, know what the hell you're talking about, and face it, network marketing is a better way. Be great, subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment if you agree or if you disagree with the whole anti-MLM community and their outlook on why MLMs are so bad when it's simply a way that gives someone an opportunity to take ownership of their lives. And like I said, I'll cover the system later on. So y'all be great, subscribe, like, hit notifications.